Right, so welcome back, guys, and welcome to your first time here. I'm Vision here with Blind Entertainment, bringing you guys another video. Today, I'm going to be talking about a new upcoming Power Rangers comic. Now, if Power Rangers is something you're interested in, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon. Don't miss any more Power Rangers related news from me moving forward. Now, let's begin. Like I said, we got a new Power Rangers comic featuring the Time Force Rangers. Now, the title of this comic is Power Rangers Sins of the Future. Now, the synopsis for this comic is: after defeating the villainous Ransack alongside their allies in the time-traveling Time Force, Pink Ranger Jen Scott and Red Ranger Wes Collins want to try for a real relationship, but without sacrificing their commitment to the Silver Guardians and Time Force. Can the two actually make the ultimate long-distance relationship work? And when Jen returns from the future, she and Wes are attacked by a mysterious stranger who has dire news. If these two stay together, they'll disrupt the timeline and change the destiny of humanity. If the shocking identity of the accuser sets them on a collision course with an enemy they never expected. Now, this is very, very interesting and exciting news. I think a lot of people are very excited, especially Time Force fans. Time Force was a really, really good season for Power Rangers, and apparently it almost got a movie. So I'm very excited. They already are doing a bunch of other ones. They did one with SPD. They did one with the Psycho Rangers, and now Time Force. This is actually super exciting news, and I'm very curious to see what goes on here. There have been many theories already going around that this mysterious person is their son or child, which would be very, very cool and interesting. I'm curious if that is the road they're going down. At the same time, I feel like it's too predictable for them to do that, but at the same time, I think it's the right course that the writers could take. I think this is very, very good, and I hope we don't just see Wes and Jen in this story. I know, like with the Psychopath one, I think I didn't actually get to that one yet, but I think that only featured Andros and Corone. Now, I get that why they sort of did that, but at the same time, with this one, I really hope that they get help from the rest of the Time Force Rangers and are actually do like a whole team appearance in this book. I think that'd be cool, and not just give it to Wes and Jen. Yes, they could have Wes and Jen at the forefront like they always do, but don't shaft the rest of the team in an area that they could actually be useful. And especially with Time Force, I think they could be really useful here. And again, I think Time Force is a season that works in an area where they could continue doing stories comic-wise. I know we got the main MMPR story going on. We just had the Go-Go Power Rangers story. And if they really wanted to cash in on Power Rangers right now, they could continue on with these stories, but take a season and, have them do their own mini story or have them have their own comic run going at the same time as the main MMPR story. I think that could work. And they could even do team-ups half the time. You got the Necessary Evil storyline, you had the Shattered Grid storyline. They could team up once in a while and have them do, another 5-part or however long story arc they want to do. I think that could work. And I think that with Power Rangers, this is an area where I've been saying this for a while. And I think if with Hasbro now, they could easily make this into like a Marvel thing where they have a big event kind of thing where they each season has their own comic going, and then they come together for a big team up battle or something. I don't know. I think that'd be something cool. Maybe it's just me thinking that, but Time Force again is a very exciting thing. In regards to the Silver Guardians and Time Force again, I do hope we get to see a little bit more from them. Hope it's not like they show up like for a few minutes and then you rush off to this big story. Depending on how they do this, I feel like they could end up being shafted, but at the same time, I don't want them to be shafted. I feel like they could use Eric very well here too, with his relationship with Wes. I think he could be helpful in, helping them make their decision and everything like that. The rest of the Time Force Rangers, though, probably could end up being shafted. They don't probably totally will be needed, but I feel like they could be there as background, as, giving them information, helping them fight. I feel like they should be at least there and not just remain in the background. I want to see all the Rangers come back. I want to see, a fight. And again, even with the title, there's even thoughts that regards to Frax being their son. Now that'd be even more interesting. I don't know how that totally work. That's a questionable area. In all honesty, I feel like that could make or break the story. I think if they did it correctly, that it could be a really good storyline. However, if they screwed it up and did it horribly, it could really, really screw up the comic. And as well as fans like and appreciation for the show and characters. You gotta give these characters justice, so you can't just do whatever you want. Especially with a season that fans really love. I feel like consensus is that Time Force is definitely like probably top 5, if not top 3 best Power Rangers seasons. So you gotta tread lightly here. You can't just go all in and say, well, this is what we're gonna do. This is Power Rangers the story. We're gonna do our own thing here. No, you gotta listen to the fans and you gotta give them what you want. Especially with how Power Rangers has been lately. You should be listening to the fans. You shouldn't just be doing willy-nilly. They screwed up a lot in the past decade. You need to get back on fans' good side. And I think doing this Time Force comic is something that will get on people's good side again. And I think that, again, Time Force is a popular season. Cashing in on it is a good move right now. And I feel like right now the comics, when they're doing these one-shots, have been picking the right teams and seasons to do. They did SPD. They did, the In Space. They're picking good teams and good seasons. So if they continue on the right trend, they'll win back fans, and hopefully maybe one day we can actually see these things brought to like the TV screen or like, the movie screen. I always think that Power Rangers is built for like a Marvel Cinematic Universe type storyline. They could easily do that with the different seasons, and I think if they did it with the comics and it did well, like the comics are doing right now, I think that Hasbro would greenlight something in regards to like a Power Rangers cinematic universe, something like that. I feel like they could easily do that, and I think it's something that could be, well received by fans if done right. But let me know all your thoughts and opinions. Are you excited for this book? Do you not care? Are you interested to see what the storylines are? And give me any predictions you have. Do you think it's going to be their son? Do you think it'll be someone different? Do you think Frax is their son? Let me know all that good stuff in the comment section down below. So yeah, guys, those are my thoughts and opinions regarding the upcoming Power Rangers comic, Power Rangers Sins of the Future. As always, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and share. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon. That would miss more Power Rangers news from me moving forward. And you can go follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which are linked in the about section on my YouTube channel. As always, this is my vision here at Blind Entertainment, and I'll see you next time.